Okay, so last time you all decided that you were going to go through the bunker, going through the rest of the bunker, um, you know, led you out of it. You found some new locations to go to, and in doing so, you traveled your way, found some cows, fought off a deathclaw, and now you're here at Tempensky. I will post it here. Here's your Owlbear link. Can one of you talk so I can check the audio?
Hello, hello, hello.
Okay, good, good. So, with that said, you are now in the city of, I believe, Tempensky. No, not not Tempensky. I'm getting my locations mixed up. It's Adesany.
Yeah.
Adesany. No, you're not in Tempensky yet. No, you're not in the cultist faction.
You never let us have any fun.
No, no, I don't.
Alright.
But, alas, so you are here. What do you wish to do? You've dragged all the cows here. You are finally within this town. What you see in front of you is you see a bunch of dilapidated houses. You see a bunch of dilapidated buildings, houses that are kind of being constructed together with scrap metal, brick, and all manner of things. You can hear there is a loud commotion up here, what appears to be like people talking, drinking, having a general good time. Some kind of party going on, and you see that the ground below you as you go from dirt is now completely sand. Weirdly enough, there's sand, there's seaweed here, and there's like crabs and a few rotting fish on the ground. As if they've been freshly rotting.
Is the sand wet?
Yes. A little bit wet. Not very wet, though.
So I'm sensing there's a reason why people are on the roofs instead of walking around down here. We should probably figure out what to do with these Brahmin and then get to higher ground.
Sure. So, I forget, did we take rope or something and tie up the cows?
You did not.
Or, okay.
No, they're just following. I think they're following me.
Alright, well, let's head into town and be ready to move. So, you wanna...
Okay. So, did one of you want to tie up the cows, or are you just going to leave them there?
I don't. Do we have a rope?
I don't have any rope.
Yeah.
I don't have one.
Yeah, if we can find something to tie the cows up, we will do so. But if we cannot,
I'm just gonna connect all these fuckers together, so I don't have to remove them individually. Going to not add you to initiative. There it is. Attach. And then attach. Attach you.
Anybody else see us about to relive the fucking Tremors movie?
The whole map?
You just graboids, coming out of the ground to go after the...
Virgil, as you approach this area to the side here, you hear a bit of scratching as a man... where is he? As a random man just kind of crawls up from the dirt over here, out from underneath the area through a small hole. Yeah, it doesn't have any legs. It's just kind of hobbling with a stick. Yeah.
Who goes there?
Who goes where? Who goes who?
Yeah, you. Who are you?
Who am I? Who are you?
I'm Virgil.
What kind of name is Virgil?
The one that was given to me.
I'm Nipper.
You look like somebody nipped you.
Yeah, I sure did. A fish came up through here and bit my legs off. It's
Where did the
dangerous
fish
at
come
night.
from?
Oh, they come up from the middle of the town. They come up from a crack in the ground, some kind of spring. Some kind of lake is beneath there. The whole town floods at night. Dangerous thing
I
it be.
knew it.
Then the fish, they come out and they nibble on your toes.
That's horrifying.
I live down here 'cause I can't get up there. I'm not allowed up there anymore.
Why aren't you allowed up there anymore?
He looks around and kind of scuttles his hands a bit. It's a bit of a complicated situation.
Well, maybe you could help us uncomplicate our Brahmin situation.
Oh, you got Brahmin. Very nice. He licks his chops and kind of twiddles his hands together.
We're looking for a place that'll buy.
Well, if you're looking for a place to buy, I don't have much, but I have a great deal of treasure down in my hole there. If you'll be just willing to go in there while I he just kind of stares drooling at your cows. Investigate your cows for work. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to ask Sven to incite him. Like,
Yeah.
hey, how do you feel about this guy? Something
Yeah,
feels off.
He seems real fucking sketchy. I would like to incite. That is a 28 on insight.
An 18 plus what? Goddamn.
Plus 10.
Jesus Christ. How'd you get it so
I'm
high?
I'm a charisma character.
Okay.
And it's based off of barter, and I have 103 in barter.
Fair enough. So you see right through him. He is trying to lead you into a trap, and he is trying to steal your cows, or take a bite out of one of them. You also notice there's a lot of blood on his jacket and shirt. A lot of dried blood. And like little bits and droplets.
So Nipper.
Yes. Well, what is it?
I have a feeling you're not telling me the truth here.
Why would you get that idea? I'm telling you the perfect truth. Nothing but my own truth.
All right, so here's what I think I'm gonna do here, my friend. I think if you don't start telling me the truth, I'm gonna blow off your right arm. I'd like to roll intimidation on that.
Sure.
That's a 13.
So as you intimidate him, he says, but you can't do that. The sheriff will have you.
Not when I tell him that you tried to kill us first.
Hold up. Okay. Nipper doesn't have very much. doesn't have anything at all, but a little bit of booze. Nipper won't bother you. You won't see Nipper anymore. Nipper will go. And he hobbles his way back into his hole.
I kind of want to know what's in the hole.
Never a good idea to go into a man's hole. Let's just leave him be.
Alright.
Fine.
Alright, let's keep moving and keep an eye out for,
Nippers.
yeah, any more strange shit.
Come on, cows.
Lena, you be careful if you see anybody.
So you walk out into the street. You can see there's a staircase that leads up to the part of the rooftop up here. You also hear there's a bit of clamoring over here as well.
I think let's start with the staircase right here. So I'm gonna start up this staircase. Lena, you stay down there with the cows. I don't know if they can come up here.
I'll stay down here with Lena so we're not leaving a child by herself.
Not by herself. She has cows.
You get up to the rooftop where you see there's a bunch of like makeshift vents and different air ducts that have been welded together with scrap metal to make them into kind of like tables almost, right? And there's people pulling up like different barrels to sit on, as there's two lovely bartenders that are here. As they both walk up to the bar, one of them says to you, "Well, howdy, sir, what can I do for you?"
Well, we just got here into town, and we've got these fine cattle down there that we were looking to sell off and talk to some people, see what's going on. My name is Sven. Who are you, fine ladies?
Well, howdy there, Sven. I'm Shaylin, and this is Meslia.
Well, what can you tell me about this place? Never been here before?
Well, my dear friend, welcome to the wonderful city of Adesany. It's our quaint little town here, full of all your favorite drunkards and philosophers, as they would say it. You see, we pride ourselves on our liquor. Here, why don't you come up and take a taste for yourself? Being that you're new in town, I could pour you a small shot. She walks over and she pours out onto a bottle. It's like a green bottle, and pours you a shot as she walks back over. Here's one of our bits of brandy.
I take a shot of it.
As you take a shot of brandy, it is a smooth, extremely well-tasted brandy with notes of vanilla, smokiness, and a little bit of apple.
That is quite fine indeed. So yes, if I can find somebody that's interested in these fine cattle, I can come back and maybe purchase
Cattle,
some more
you
of this.
say?
Yeah, they're right down there. You should be able to see them.
She looks on over and says, "Oh my gosh, it seems you found our missing cattle, sir."
Oh, okay. Well, they followed us here. We found them in a field.
Well, I recognize that one right down there, and she points to it, and it's the one in the back that has like a slightly white patch on its face. That one's called Beefcake.
Okay. Well, then I'm glad we were able to find them.
I can thank you very much for what you want. Why don't you come and grab yourselves a free round of drinks and a little bit of caps on me? She pulls out a pouch and she gives you 25 caps for your
Okay.
generosity in bringing the cows back. Bring the cows back home. I'll have someone bring down and attend to the cows soon, but why don't you grab yourself a seat and, get yourself a drink? I'll be on me.
Lena, Virgil, come on up here.
Mm.
I look around.
You see there's some seats at the bar.
Okay, yeah. No,
Oh, you got a
no.
child with you? Is she your daughter?
She's a friend that's traveling with us.
I see. I don't know many men that hang around with small children, but to each their own, of course.
I'm almost 13.
Excuse me, little lady. And what about you, sir? What about you? She looks at Virgil. Why are you traveling with these fine folks?
Oh. Well, we escaped a harsh situation together,
Oh, I see.
so we stuck together.
There's many harsh situations out here in the wasteland. But what can I get you to drink? Well, what's your name?
Virgil.
Virgil. She smirks. Well, what can I get you to drink, hon?
I'll have whatever he has.
Well then, Sven, what are you having?
We'll have some more of that brandy. It was quite good.
We do have other drinks, if you would like to gander.
Sure, we'll take a look.
I have some brandy, some whiskey here, and some, well, very interesting kind of shine. Got some Nuka shine here. Only for the toughest of drinkers.
Sure, sure, I'll try that.
Okay, honey. She
I
pours
will hold back.
You stand back, Virgil?
Yeah.
Do you know what Nuka shine is?
No, I will abstain.
No,
I will not.
Virgil. You said you're having what I'm having.
Oh, very well.
She pours you a cyan neon blue glass of what appears to be a Nuka shine, where you can see it glowing in the glass. You can see it glowing this like neon blue, a light little like silver whatever, and it like it bubbles a little bit with carbonation. Cheers, boys.
All right, 3, 2, 1. I shoot it back.
Me too.
Well, you, Virgil.
Hmm?
Do you
Yeah,
swing
he
yours
said
back?
me too.
Okay, you both take 5 rads.
Oof.
Upon doing so, I need both of you to roll me a.
I'm guessing the helmet doesn't help with that, right? The mask doesn't help with that because we drink it.
Yes. It doesn't help with it because you drank it. It's only for inhalation.
That's fine.
You need to roll me. What would be the best check here, actually? Survival.
Wouldn't that be like, yeah,
Sure.
it's gonna
Oh,
be
it's gonna be awful.
100.
Oh yeah, no, I fail terribly.
Virgil?
Oh my god, I got less than a 23.
So Virgil passed, I failed.
Virgil, you feel a little bit tipsy from this. You also feel like your body shouldn't have drank that. However, upon the successful save, for the next hour, you have double the AP. And you have a temporary, and you have 50 temporary HP.
Ooh.
Sven, you're
Yep.
not feeling too good.
Story of my life.
It really doesn't feel that great to have that radiation inside you. As I need to roll to do the next couple actions for you.
Sure.
So, you decide it's a good idea to have a fist fight. As you look around, oh no. You look around and you swing and clobber Elena. Roll me an unarmed.
Okay. Sure.
I hope it fails.
I fail.
You fail as you swing, you completely full swing and miss Lena, swinging over their head. Whoosh.
Hey, what? Why?
Sven, you are drunk as shit.
Okay.
Lena, you see that Sven took a sip, immediately got a little bit tipsy, and then very much kind of slouchy, and took a dragged swing at you. But it was like he swung over you, like he was punching somebody. Or trying to.
Let me get that man a glass of water.
Sven, how would you act drunk?
I am going to stumble over to these fine people and start having a conversation, like belligerently.
So these guys are all playing. They're all playing Handed Deathclaw.
Okay.
So as they're playing their card game, the one guy says, "What do you want?"
So this one right here, the one at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. So if I can see their cards, I'm gonna say it like I'm gonna kind of like lean on that person and be like, "Are these good?" And I'm gonna name whatever the hell the cards are. You know, like is two aces good?
You lean over and you see a couple of bones, a couple of cards with like blood looking things on them, and what appear to be a couple of lizards. And you're like, are these good? Like the couple bone cards, the like, what is that? 3 blood droplets and these lizard looking things. And he's like, dang it! Why are you revealing my hand? The other two kind of look at each other and be like, dude, you're kind of screwed.
I don't know how to play this. I'm just trying to see if that was good or not. And I look over at the other guy's hand that's next to me.
So what you see is you see a handful of major, like big bone cards and a skeleton salamander.
He's got a big skeleton thingy here. That looks cool. What the fuck does that do? How do you even play this game?
The other man looks over and
What?
says, "Oh, so you've been holding back up for a big cost, eh? I guess I know what to play next for my defensive cards." And he looks over at you and kind of like elbows you in the gut. You shithead.
How do you even play this game?
Roll me a speech check with disadvantage.
Sure.
So
How do I
that's
roll
just-
disadvantage?
So that would just be a -5.
Sure. Okay. For my skill check, I need a 91
It's
with
a
disadvantage.
it's a -5 to the max.
Sure. Yeah. So I have a 96 for skill points, so it'd be a 91. I rolled a 37. I
Okay,
rolled a 37.
so you convince them, be like, fine, fine. You want to know how to play this game? He looks over and says, the real name of this game is called Two-Tail Entente. What you do is you have blood cards and you have bone cards. You gotta play the blood card that associates to the number on the creature that you want to summon. You pay a blood sacrifice or a bone sacrifice. You play a blood sacrifice, you stick out a card with the blood that has it on it. You can only summon one monster per turn, but you can play as many bone or blood cards that you have. Certain bone cards and certain blood cards need to sacrifice that other monster and have different various effects. Every time it's your turn, you draw a card. If you kill a monster on your turn, you draw another card. And then he points to like little counters on the side of them. Whoever deals the most damage, we then deal these counters down every time they deal direct damage to us. Once that happens, if you lose your life points, you lose and the death claw comes and kills you. And he shows a death claw in the middle that goes to each person's turn.
I killed one of those.
They all look over at you with a side eye. Yeah, you're drunk as shit.
Virgil, come here.
Oh dear.
Hand me a piece of that thing. And I point to the death claw. Remember that thing when I shot it in the face a whole bunch, and then it ate a cow?
Virgil just pulls the death claw hand out of his bag and shows it to them.
Yeah,
Like,
this thing.
they immediately stand up and stand back like, whoa, what the fuck is that?
It's
And then
one
he
of those
promptly
things.
puts it away.
It was one of those things.
You get that cursed thing out of here.
But I thought I needed this
You're
to play the game.
dangerous for bringing that thing here. You realize that if you bring that here, that it's more likely to summon one of them? You would How dare you?
That sounds like superstition to me.
But I thought you were summoning them in the game. I thought I don't need this to play.
Put that
There's a
thing
lot of
away.
rules in this game. Okay, fine. Here, Virgil, put it back.
Yeah, Virgil puts it away.
Says you're lucky the sheriff wasn't here. We all would have been wound up in jail. Don't show
Virgil.
those kinds of things here.
I
You're gonna summon that monster.
think you need to come have a drink of water, Spin.
Okay. I'm gonna have some water now.
Mess Leah looks at you, Virgil, and says, Did you really kill it?
Yeah.
I shot it so many times.
It's actually
many times.
it's actually the reason why we came back with 5 cows instead of 6. It ate one.
Yeah. Yeah, it ate a cow. It was messy.
I think you should keep that to yourself.
But it's dead. I shot it in the face. A bunch.
She leans over to you. There's a legend that goes around these parts. The reason you're not to kill a Deathclaw isn't because you can't win the fight. It's because when you kill one, the radioactive claw shows up. The glowing one.
Well, that's scary as shit.
They say
least you
when
can
you
see it.
kill a They say when you kill a Deathclaw, its spirit goes into the radiation. It comes back as a glowing mess almost like a glowing ghoul raised from the dead of the radiation pits to reclaim its lost material. And the more people that see it, the more it can sense it.
Oh. At least we can see this one because it's gonna glow. The last one didn't glow.
Can we get him, like, a very large cup of water?
Well, we don't sell water here, but we do sell grog.
Hair of the dog that bit you, I guess.
What'd you say?
Hair of the dog that bit you.
So she gives him some grog.
This water looks funny.
It'll be alright.
Okay, and then I drink it.
You drink it, tastes like lime, and kind of like seaweed too. After doing so, you feel a little bit more hydrated, but it's still alcohol, so it's kind of like hydrating and then immediately dehydrating you a little bit. But it's getting water in your body. Enough drink, it'll kind of like help you out. Kind of like seawater. If you drink enough seawater, eventually you'll get hydrated after all the severe vomiting.
Yeah. Well, he holds up his hand and does air quotes, sold the Brahmin. So what do we do next?
Look, I got
Well.
all this money now.
And
I think you should keep that tucked away so nobody grabs it and runs.
Shaylin walks over and says, "Are you looking for work?"
Work sounds good.
Well, we got a few things that need doing around here. If you want to know, you see, we got some patrols that we need done at night. If you want to know fully, I'd go talk to the sheriff. He's over by the fighting ring over there. Alternatively, you could also fight to, fight in the fighting ring, fisticuffs, and gain yourself some caps. Or you could, well, you solved our Brahmin problem, so we don't need that solved anymore.
Hey,
Although,
what's with the little guy under the house? He looked creepy, like he was gonna try to eat us or something.
oh, he's the town cannibal.
He was gonna try to eat us. He was trying to eat your cows too.
Oh, he won't touch the cows.
Oh,
He only craves human flesh. But after we chop his legs off, it doesn't really go anywhere.
why is he still here? Why didn't you just stab him?
Well, philosophy dictates that there's been many debates about it, and philosophically we haven't come to a decision yet. We believe it'd be the best karmatic justice to chop his legs off so he can't kick or swim when the rain comes in, and if, God wants to take him up, he'll either drown to death or be eaten by one of the fish.
Wait, he was telling the truth about fish?
No. Yes. Every couple of days, this town gets flooded with fish, and we collect
Well,
all
he
the.
said it happened at night.
Eh, that's what you get for believing a cannibal.
Well, I suppose.
Every couple of days, the area comes in and floods a bit with water. Come up from the ground as tide rises, pushes all the water up, and then he, through what appears to be some kind of cave down there, I don't know if it's connected anywhere, but comes up with fish. We collect the fish, we eat the fish, and goes back down. We collect any seaweed or sea cabbage or whatever else we can find as a growing source, and With a little bit
He
of
said
yeast
that.
from our shipments, we make our beer here in our distilleries from below.
He said the fish try to eat people. Was
Well,
that just him?
there are some big fish. We like to dry those out with some salt and save them for the hard times. A shark comes through every so often.
Okay.
Well,
Maybe
I
we
guess we
should
should
go-
go talk to the sheriff.
Yeah, where's the sheriff?
She points over to the fighting ring, which is over here. You can find him over there. He's the he's the manager for the boxing ring.
Alright, Virgil, let's go.
Oh,
Come
and
on, Lena.
kiddo, did you want anything to drink?
Yeah. Do you have something sweet?
Sure thing. She gives you a sunset sarsaparilla.
Yeah. Thank you.
She also hands you a bit of cheese.
Ooh,
So
I
now with
drink
your
it and eat it.
sunset sarsaparilla drink, you now have a tasty bit of root beer from years long past and some cheese to bring it down with. Shall you travel over to the fighting arena?
Yes.
Okay. As you travel over the fighting arena, you see a staircase that's up here where you see some cheering and jeering of men that are all kind of crowded around in a circle here. I'm assuming all three of you went over there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So as you kind of get up there, you see a large 8-foot figure of an 8-foot black man walk out, red boxing gloves on, up against some tiny little guy. As you see a large fat man with what appears to be kind of like a suit coat on, says, "Well, okay, everybody. Now, I want a fair fight. I don't want any jaw cutting, no killing. It ain't no, you know the rules. You beat him and he goes down or he surrenders, it's over. We don't fight to kill here. Now, let it begin." He lights up his match, holds it in the air, and lights up a smoke. Upon doing so, you see the bell ringer bring up one punch and knock the other guy cold on the floor 10 feet away from him. Just...
Damn.
Well, it appears once again the bell ringer, like his name and suppose, has made it out once again with the bell. He holds up a little handbell and rings it. Match is over. Go on home now. Only
Virgil,
got
you
another
could beat
one
that
for
guy
another
easy.
day. Go collect your bets later at the bar. I'll let her know what y'all found. So what do you all want to do?
Well, let's go talk to the sheriff.
Virgil, we need more money. You can beat that dude.
Push.
You walk over to the rather fat sheriff. You see a fat lard of a man who's wearing a dirty suit coat slash trench coat with a white shirt that's seen more days than anything that's been faded into a sweaty brown, with a tie that should be black but's covered in so much cake and dust that it's kind of been more of a bronze tin color, and a fedora that's seen better days. with a nice long police mustache, as he kind of hoists up his breeches and says, "Well, you're new here, I can tell. Brings you here to our little home?"
Ladies at the bar over yonder told us that we could come talk to you about some work that needs to be done around here.
True, we do have some work. But I need to know that I can trust you. Have you done anything for the town already?
We only just arrived.
We found
Oh,
We
yeah,
brought
cows.
your
we did.
cows back.
Yeah, we
Oh.
did that.
Yeah, looks on over and sees the cows in the patch and says, "Yup, I see Beefcake over there. You sure did bring her cows back. I thank you kindly. Now, about my job." He kind of looks around and furrows his brow a bit. "We've been having some security issues. Specifically, there's some people that have been coming around at night and trying to steal our booze. Now, I only have me and one other man, being bell ringer over here, to patrol the towns at night. There's a gang here as well, but they don't really seem to do much crime nowadays. All I know is that it's either gang in town or it's someone outside of the town. But I don't need to start no gang war if I don't have to. As I'm sure you can see, that's quite messy for us. Now, with limited short supply, all I need you to do is stake out this town for 3 nights in a row before the next flood comes. Do that. We've predicted they're going to come in the next 3 days. If they don't show, well, I don't know what I'll do. I only have enough caps to pay you for the 3 days. Hopefully they'll arrive and you can kill them."
Sounds good to me.
If you're up for a little murder for hire, then I'd be glad to have you.
Can
That's
we
not
start?
murder, it's self-defense.
Can we start with the little cannibal guy that tried to eat Lena? He's
I'd
under-
say you have
he's
to
under-
leave him alone for now. It's just our way of doing things. I don't really see eye to eye with the big wigs that think all this philosophy crap up, but they keep the town going and they're the main leaders, and I'm just the law. They call me Pork Pile. You can call me Mr. P.
Okay, Mr. P. So how much are you paying?
I'll pay you 25 caps a night, each.
All right.
That sounds pretty good.
We also could use some more bullets for these rifles, or this rifle.
I'm sorry, I don't have much ammo to spare. I only have my set of meager bullets. He pulls out 2 boxes of pistol bullets and slides it back into his coat. That's for me, and my friend over there, well, he don't use guns, as you can see by the folk over there 10 feet away from us. As you look on over, you see a guy whose face looks like it got welded around a fist.
Yeah, we were present for that. Quite the show.
Well, that's all the questions you have for me, unless you got some other things you'd like to talk about.
Have you noticed a common area for them to infiltrate from?
Yes. You see, all of our distillery is located by the bar near the front of the town. Over there. That you just came from. They like to come from the southeast part of town or completely south. So either like here or here. I can mark it on the map for you.
Right.
You see that?
Yep.
So you most likely want to camp out either on the roof or near there. Either way, just patrol it. Don't need to be nothing too big. Now with that said, is there any questions you have for me about either this job or anything else?
Do you have any other jobs? Do you have any other jobs we can do, during the day? We could do this one too, but if it's at night, we could probably find some other stuff to help with.
Well, he thinks for a moment. I don't have any jobs at the current moment until the next flood comes in anyways. We'll need help sacking and fishing. That won't be for another 3 days or so now.
Okay. Where can we get fresh water and food?
Well, if you go back towards the bar, there's Miss Leah. She owns a little tavern. She can hook you up with some food, water, and supplies.
Okay. Let's go back over, Virgil and Lena. Let's go.
Okay.
Are we doing the thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Miss Lena. We talked to the big guy, and he said that you had food and water, that you could help us out, and we're gonna help out the town.
Well, yeah, I might have something. She gives you a couple bottles of clean water, a preserved fish, and some bread. That's about all I can spare for spare rations. If you're helping out the town, at least on a job, I can give you that much. As for rest, I could let you sleep in the inn downstairs. Well, off to the side here anyways. And she points to a little tent propped up where there's some sleeping bags.
Yeah, that would work. Has it been a day since we used the Pip Boy thing?
It has not been a day yet.
Okay. Alright, let's hold on to this water till tomorrow. So you can make me some more of that water, and I hand the bottle of water to Virgil.
All right. I'll take the water. I guess we're staking out the town now.
So,
First we bring the stakes in. Now we're staking out.
So, with that said, are you wanting to wait till nightfall?
I want to sleep off my drunkenness.
Okay. You can do that.
So I
It's
guess a
basically-
rest.
Let's just wait until nightfall, but yeah.
Yeah, whatever that looks like.
Well, all right then.
Kind of do this just to simulate night. There we go.
I guess, yeah.
There we go. So, once night encroaches in, Didn't mean to do that. And everybody fade from sight. Night encroaches in, only the sounds of little bits of water from the pumps below, of the brews and everything that there is, can be heard as everything goes on by. Sorry, just tired. As everything goes on by, you hear some footsteps beneath the slick mud beneath you, and then a piece of metal clanks over. What do
I
y'all...
have dark vision. Can I see him? Or them?
Oh, do you have the cat eye perk?
I have Friend of the Night.
Okay, as you see in the dark vision... Yeah, get these guys up for you real quick here. Just getting it up. You peer over the side as one of the men that is kind of in this group, right, like clanked into the side and kind of like fell down with like a bit of scrap on him as a guy turns around and kind of like goes, shh, you get us all fucking killed. As they begin to walk over towards the side wall here.
I tell Sven and Virgil, hey, there's some guys down there. They're coming down this way. I follow them along the rooftop.
Alright, we start following. What was our objective again? Was to kill these guys? Or was it
Yep.
To find out why they were there, or to just kill them if you can't.
Okay.
Basically stop the raid from going on, and or if it's, you know, a group, or track shit down.
Okay.
So,
I would...
what would you like to do?
How does command person work?
How does what?
Command person.
Command person only functions in the effect that you have a controllable NPC.
Okay.
So, like,
So
say
it
you
wouldn't
have...
be like...
Say you have a DMPC, right? That's like, say you get introduced like a DMPC of like just a random stranger who joins your party, like a companion.
Okay.
You could command NPC for him to do a specific action, or something else. A command NPC would also go under, like, if you were in dire straits and you wanted to try to mix an intimidation call out to an NPC, you could do that as well. Your command NPC, though, is mainly used for just companions.
Okay. I didn't know if I could try to... Basically, I was thinking, like, holler at these guys. You know, this is the sheriff. We have you surrounded. You know, get on your knees, put your hands up, or we'll kill you.
That would fall more into like intimidation or like deception or something.
Okay. I'm good with doing it that way. However you would like me to do that.
It's up to you. So you could try to do intimidation, where you try to like intimidate them. You could try to use deception. It's up to you. Different checks have different outcomes.
Sure. Let's go with deception.
Okay. First, I need you all to make me a sneak check.
Sure.
All of us, you said.
Yes.
Let's see.
51 passes by 3 points. That was close.
16. I passed.
$63. I did not.
So, Sven and Virgil, as you crawled your way over past, Lena, as you crawled your way slowly over a little bit, one of the guys kind of like looks up and he's kind of like staring at, and he's like, "Hey, boss." "Yeah, what is it?" "I think I see something up there on the roof." "Yeah, what does it look like?" He's got a roll. He failed. "I think it's a cat." He looks at him with like a bit of like a, "Why are you telling me this?" He's like, "I think it's a cat." And he's like, "Oh, a cat. Okay. Why don't you notify me if you actually see something next time?" He then picks up a shovel and begins to kind of like dig away at some of the bricks that are nearby. What do you want to do, Sven?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do what I said about the drop your weapons, hands on your head. We've got you surrounded. We're gonna we'll kill you. That kind of a thing.
Deception, please.
Yep. That's a 26.
So your deception comes across that you shouted out from the top of the rooftops, right there. "Hey, we've got you surrounded. Put your hands up. This is the sheriff." And the captain kind of turns his head up and says, "Well, boys, I guess you know what time it is. We came prepared. It's time to do a deadlock. If it really is the sheriff, then you're shit out of luck, Sheriff. We only know there's only 2 of you here. And your boy with the big guns can't stand up to real lead. Come on out, pork pile. I'll turn you into a nice southern salad. Something you should have been eating years ago."
Yeah, I say while we're up here, we would start shooting them.
Okay, initiative time. One minute. I'm just gonna number them. Minus the commander called Sergeant Greenback. Okay. Into initiative. Okay, Sven, it's your turn first.
Yeah, I'm laying down on the roof. I'm gonna take a shot at this dude, at Sergeant Greenback.
Okay, 1 minute.
So,
What were you gonna say?
okay, I was gonna ask about the aim action
What about it?
and how that. So do I have to aim every shot if I decided to do that? So it's like spin an AP and aim,
Yes.
or is it? Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm just curious.
Aiming
I didn't
is
know how.
so it's different. So if it's a single shot gun, right?
Yeah.
It's you aim for each individual shot. If it's a burst fire gun, you aim for each burst, rinse, repeat kind of thing. If it's a big
Sure.
gun, you aim once and then you just shred as it's a big spray.
Okay, that's fine.
Really
I'm
only
not gonna.
useful if your friends are in the line of fire.
Well, it's also useful like if you want to try to shoot this dude in the head and kill him as opposed to hitting him in his armored chest. Like that's the other side of it that can be useful. Or if you want to try to break his armor, you can aim directly for his armor and try to break through his armor.
Where does it
So
say
that-
that?
I mean that's how it works because you can pick one of the areas. So like you can pick his arm and try to blow his arm off or his leg.
I think you
And
want
try to
to read the
Or am I
aim
not right
minor.
on that?
I think you want to read the aim minor action again.
Okay, I thought that's where you chose the spot where you hit them. Is that not where you choose the spot to hit them? Like you do when you roll?
No. Aiming.
If you aim down the sights, you can make it so no one takes damage if you miss and they are in the line of sight.
Okay.
And then there's
Okay.
scope aiming that just gives you plus 15 to your effective range and half damage to friends if they're in the
Gotcha.
way.
Okay. I was thinking it was like aiming for a certain spot on the enemy. Okay.
No, there's stuff that can help you do that, such as like marked scopes and stuff. But
Okay. No, that's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna start shooting. So, Sergeant Greenback, 66 hits. Are there any kind of penalties with it being at night or anything that I need to account for?
do you have dark vision?
Nope.
Okay, so because you don't have dark vision, your max to hit your max on your roll has been decreased by 40.
Okay.
So you have whatever your max was to hit, decrease it by 40. That is now your new max to hit.
Okay. It is now 66 to hit, which is what I rolled.
Okay.
Okay. So, so that hits, and then a D8. So 7 is direct armor.
It also matters what time of night it is, because right now it's at like midnight, where it's the most dark. But if it was like dusk, it might be like a negative 20, and if it was like near morning, it'd be a negative 10.
That would be a total of 16. So 16 direct armor.
Okay. 1 minute. Okay, go ahead.
That will miss. That will miss. That'll miss. Man, I'm rolling fucking terrible.
I
That's
fired
the
and I
fifth shot.
missed. I fired and I missed again. I fired, but I missed.
Fuck me. Alright, that is 6 shots. I've hit 1. 5, 6. I reload. That hits. 8 I choose. Let's go head. 23 damage to the head.
Okay.
That hits.
Might I also recommend VATS? To increase your hitting chance?
Let's see, 16, that's 17. I don't really have enough. I guess I could take one more shot with it. But I hit on the right arm that time. 26 damage on the right arm.
Damn, you are quiet.
Oh, sorry. That's 26 damage on the right arm.
Okay.
And I have one shot left this turn. So I don't have enough to do VATS anyway, and that misses.
Yeah, I was just saying if you did VATS, you could boost your hit up.
Well, I hit him for 3.
Okay, Virgil, it's your turn.
So I am still sneaky,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a silenced pistol.
Yep.
How do sneak attacks work?
Glad you asked. So, the way that sneak damage works here, I've been mulling this over in my brain, and the way that I want to do sneak damage is that each time that you roll your shot with a silenced gun, right, you have to roll a sneak again to maintain your stealth. But a sneak damage, you get to choose where you want to hit. You don't have to, like, roll or anything. But sneak damage will always do double damage if you hit.
Okay. So
As long as you're stealthed, right? As long as you're sneaking. You get to choose where you want to hit.
the silenced pistol has 20 feet. I am sneaking. And I am going to aim for this guy. It's not in a selectable position.
Type this down real quick for you. Just going to pin this, so just as a reminder, sneak attack damage is always double damage if you're within stealth and have a silenced weapon or melee weapon used, right? You'll roll sneak after each of your attacks to stay in stealth, and it'll deal 4 times the damage if you hit a cripple limb.
Alright. Alright, so aiming at this guy.
Yep,
that
number
I
1.
can't really get a beat on.
So your hit's down by 40, the max.
But I'm using bats.
Which gives you a plus
15.
A plus 15 to hit and a plus 15 to your range.
Mm-hmm.
So now your range goes from 20 to 35. Because he falls within under half of your max range, you're getting advantage on it. So it's a plus 15 minus the 40, you're at my brain can't math right now. You're at 25. with a disadvantage. An advantage is giving you a plus 15. So minus 15, you have a minus 10 to whatever your max was. But just remember, you're using 4 AP instead of 2 AP per shot.
Right.
So if you're, as long as you're hitting number 1, you're at a minus 10.
Okay. Minus
max.
10, so I have to get below 74 instead of 84.
Yep.
Okay. 59.
Okay. Where do you want to hit him?
In the head.
'Kay.
That's
Roll your damage.
2d4. 8.
So 16.
Well, hey, don't forget you get +5 for my charisma.
Minus 5 times 2 is 10. So okay.
Alright. And roll sneak. My sneak is 84, and that's an 80.
Okay, you're still stealthed. His armor's broken. So you're dealing 4
Alright.
times the damage if you shoot him again. And you hit.
I will do so. Using bats again.
Okay.
38, that's a hit.
Okay. Roll your damage.
Aiming for his head again. 5 plus show is 5, so 10.
5 times 4 is 20 because you hit a crippled limb in your sneak, so it's times 4. That's 20 damage. And then the 10 times 4 is 40, so you're dealing 60 damage to him. Sorry, the 10 times... Sorry, 4 times 5... is 20... Yeah, 40. So you just dealt 40 damage to him as you pop his head like a fucking cherry balloon. Just a blood mist.
Alright. So I've used 8 AP out of my double. Shit.
The 2 and 3 are still within your effective range, but not under double, so you're hitting them with a normal. So a 40 minus the 15 is a negative 25 to your 85, bringing it down to a 60.
Okay, rolling stealth to stay hidden. 94 does not hit. I am not stealth anymore.
Okay. You're no longer stealthed. They know your position. Or they know something's over there, right? It's been
Right.
shooting at them. You can still roll the damage. You're just rolling the 2d4 regular, no added bonus.
Right. Okay. So, attacking again. You said that brings me down to a 60?
Yes.
82. I do not hit.
Just fire off. Miss.
Which one are you shooting at now?
Number... I'll go for greenback. Should have said that first.
It's still effective range, but not, anything that gives you advantage.
Now, you can,
Oh, that...
you know,
No hit.
you could move. You could spend it. You could spend some AP. Like
How much AP is movement again? 2 for 10 feet, or one for 10 feet?
1 for 10 feet,
Two
2 for
2 for 25.
you've used 4 attacks up to this point. Times 2
Yeah.
times 2, that's 4 AP, 4 times 4, 12. You've used 12 AP already.
Nuka Shine gave me double.
For an hour, you took a long rest.
Oh,
a
that's
few
right,
hours.
okay. My bad. 12. Okay,
Well,
so...
Well, then just shoot them from there. Then, I mean, you're not gonna make it close enough, I don't think, to get the increase you were gonna try to get. I don't know. It's up to you, man.
I'll... Do I have enough AP to make this distance? Is that right?
Are you wanting to move beside Sven?
Over here to the other side of Lena?
Right behind her? Or beside her?
Beside her.
Beside her is 30 feet.
Yeah.
Next to Sven is 20 feet. Behind her is 25.
Yeah, I want to move over here on the other side of her.
So you would have to either use 2 and 1, leaving you with 12, 14. You'd have to use 3 AP to get there.
3 AP. Okay. So that should be
Which would
plenty
be-
of AP.
However,
Which would be 50.
if you moved right next to Sven, though, you would be in effective range of half for everybody, if still using VATS.
So you could move next to me and still fire 1 time with VATS, and then I think you'll be done.
Yep.
Okay. So I'll do that, and I'll aim for the sergeant.
Okay, minus 10.
Minus 10. So we're back up to 7,
Back up to 75.
74.
Oh, right under the money shot. Where'd you want to hit him?
I rolled a 90,
Ooh. Ooh, you
so I don't
missed.
hit. My turn's over.
Wait, what? You rolled a 74.
No, you had to
You
roll
said-
No,
below a
70. No, I
74.
was
Oh.
correcting him. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you rolled a 74.
He has to roll
My
below
bad.
No.
74.
Yeah. And I rolled a 90. Next person's turn.
Okay, it is now Sergeant Greenback's turn. I gotta get his weapon stats correct real quick here.
It went under the bag. Sorry, there was a big roach.
You got radroaches?
Fucking big enough to be.
Oh, that sucks.
It's one of those big old tree roaches.
Yeah, those things are gross.
I'm terrified of them.
And of
My
course,
mom is
one
too.
showed up right next to me. But I had the presence of mind to smack it with the shoe that was in my hand. But I meant instead of smashing it, I hit it with the tip of the shoe and flipped it up towards myself, and it went underneath the bag, so I freaked out.
My mom
So
freaks
you
out about
see-
those too.
You see the sergeant pull out a plasma defender pistol.
Excuse me?
A plasma defender
Holy
pistol.
crap.
Says, "You're all gonna really hate this now." He holds it up as he slams a charge pack capacitor into it as he charges it up. He uses some AP to charge it up and fires it at Lena. See if he hits. Oh yeah, he hits. Okay, he's hitting your chest. You take 9 damage. So, Lena, you take 9 damage, and you also now take, 'cause you take 8 more to your condition rating of your chest piece. So, you take 17 damage to your condition rating on your chest piece.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna make this easier on myself. Pull up a second dice roller. Second hit. He hits. I'm just gonna roll cumulatively here. Okay, he hits 2 and misses all the others.
Now, is that in addition to what he already hit, or is that total?
That's in addition to what he already hit you with.
Okay.
So you're taking now to the face. Both shots were to the face. You now take 30 damage. And your
Ouch.
armor to your face takes 47 damage. So the armor's condition rating of your face takes 47 damage. That would include the helmet and the mask.
Okay.
So after taking plasma directly to the face, you feel your skin scorch a little bit. If the helmet and mask wasn't protecting you, would have had your face melted off in an instant. You have a slight burn mark on your cheek now.
Okay.
The sergeant says, "What you think of that, hotshot?" It's now number 4's turn. Number 4 pulls out a rifle. He has a hunting rifle. It's going to take a couple of shots at Virgil. First one misses. Second one misses. Third one hits. Third one hits, and then he reloads. So you're taking... On your first one, you're taking 15 damage. Remember, again, to minus this damage from your DT. Have you guys been doing that? Lena, were you doing that?
I was
Where's
doing it
that?
from the first number, not the second number. So
the
you have,
first,
like-
so the first number is your DT, the damage threshold that reduces the damage, and then the second number is the condition rating that gets lowered by the damage of whatever's left over. So if it was 15 damage, 5 hits the armor takes 5, you take 10. Does that make sense?
No, but I'm not good at math.
So your damage threshold is absorbing the damage from the attack. So what's your damage threshold for your chest?
It was 120.
No,
No,
that's
that's your
your
condition.
condition rating. What's your damage
The
threshold?
damage. That's the
Oh,
number in
100.
brackets. No, that's the brackets next to the name.
Oh, okay, 4.
Okay, so say you take 10 damage. 10 minus 4 is 6. Your health takes 6 damage, your armor takes 4 damage. The Plasma Defender is a special weapon in the case that it does the direct damage to your armor as well.
Okay.
So you know you were marking it down correctly, but just so you all know, you should be really utilizing your DT if you're not already doing that. So, Virgil, you take 15 damage.
To
Your chest. The
just
second
just
shot
my chest.
is another 10
So-
damage to your right leg.
So this is now 116, and I take 11.
Were you guys doing this before?
No.
What did you think the DT meant?
Just the class of the armor.
So we never really went
Oh.
over it. The
Yeah.
so Robbie Virgil wasn't here the first game that we played.
Okay, that's my fault for not
and
reinforming you. So
Yeah, and the only one that took damage the first game was the Deathclaw. And then short of Lena getting shot, all the rest of the damage has been like, I ate radiation.
Okay, so just a reminder to everybody, your DT is your damage threshold that helps absorb the damage. That's how the condition rating works. So if you take, say, 40 damage, and your condition rating's 10, it knocks it down to 30, so your health takes 30, and the armor takes 10 of it. Right?
Okay.
And that's that. So every time you get shot, so if you shoot me for 15 or 14, 14, 14, I take 4 points of condition, 4 points of condition, 4 points of condition, 10 points of health, 10 points of health, 10 points of health with a DT4, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Unless the weapon states otherwise, whereas like the Plasma Defender deals an 8 extra damage to the armor, or if it's a charging Plasma Defender like he has, that deals directly damage and armor.
Okay.
So like there's
So
different
that
variations.
one, so that one basically ignores DT.
Yes, it ignores DT flat out and just deals equal damage to both the condition rating and the health.
Okay.
But no, you were shot, Virgil, with a rifle, hunting rifle. So
All right.
after that, it is now number 3's turn, who is going to try to shoot Sven. First shot, miss. Second shot, miss. Third shot, miss. Fourth shot, miss. Reload. Lena, it's your turn. You want to get some revenge?
I do.
You want to take a stim pack first?
I do. So I've not used one yet. How does that work?
Okay, so in action economy, we have the major and minor actions. Let me see here. So you can either do first aid, right, which is based off your medicine. Not quite as fast as a stim pack in combat as it is out of, but to, I believe it's under use a chem. Where is it? Take chem. So taking a chem is a minor action. You just use a chem from your bag on a person standing near you. So you can either use it on yourself or someone standing like 5 feet from you.
Okay.
So what you would do is you would take out the stim pack, use 1 AP to stab yourself with it, and you would heal for whatever HP it heals you for.
Alright, I'm gonna take out a stim pack and use it.
Which
Let's
one?
see. I have a 0 in medicine, so this is gonna go fantastic.
No, why are you rolling a save? You're just taking out the stim pack and using it. So what does the stim pack say to heal you for?
It doesn't. It just says that I have 5 stim packs.
Oh. I have failed. 1 minute. No. In your items. Your stim packs.
Let's see.
Stim packs heal for 2d8
Oh, 2d8.
HP. Super
I'm
stims
sorry.
heal for 4d12.
Okay, 2d8. That gives me 10.
Okay. So you stab yourself in the leg with a stim pack. As you feel all of the juices and rejuvenating energy course through your body, you feel quite a bit better as a bit of that scarring tissue has kind of sealed up around your skin and is now just a faint little freckle scar. That was
That's
1
a little
AP.
better. Okay, so I have 7 left. I am gonna take my laser gun. Oops, that's not me. And I'm gonna shoot Greenback here.
Okay. I know this is like the little bit of combat you guys have done. Don't worry about it too much of like getting the rules down. Always here to help.
Alright, so I'm rolling a D100, correct?
Yep, that's the hit.
Okay. 67. And that hits. I have to roll 106 or lower, correct?
You're always gonna hit because
Okay.
you're just rolling right now for crits. Because
Okay.
your laser pistol has to hit under 100, but you have 106, meaning you're just now at this point rolling for a crit.
Okay.
But
Alright, now I'm
now roll me
64.
64.
10.
Now a D8 to see where you hit.
That was a D10, sweetheart.
Oops.
A D8. There you go.
Okay.
Nope, still a D10.
That's still a D10.
I can't see.
One
She's got
above the D10.
There we go.
She's got new bifocals.
Gotcha.
Fuck.
That's a D12.
There.
Direct armor.
Okay. 10 damage directly to his armor. Roll me your next hit.
Was that with the +5 for my charisma?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
I didn't remember. I don't remember what she rolled. That's why I was asking.
That'd be 15 then.
Okay, so rolling for crit. 38.
No crit. Roll the damage.
+18.
+5. So 23.
Okay.
23. Where do you hit?
2. Which is... Come on, work with me. The right arm.
Okay. So he takes a little bit of burn damage from his right arm as you fire a laser into him, but his armor kind of like, you can see like the armor just kind of goes as it absorbs a little bit of it. What did you think? I was gonna come here unprepared?
Okay, I'm gonna try to shoot him one more time. I'm sorry, 93.
No crit.
Yeah, the crit for you is any 5 or 10.
Oh, that's right. 23.
You
Plus
sure that's the
5.
right dice type?
Is-
Those were D8s, not D4s.
I'm not. I'm.
Oh.
Sorry.
You're fine. It's getting late.
14
I
plus
understand.
5 is 19.
Yes.
And then 2 to the right arm again.
Okay. Again, just absorbs a little bit and he says, "You really never learn, do you? I guess your mom forgot you how to teach you anything in your school, huh, kiddo?"
Says the guy who can't figure out there's 3 of us up here.
Hmm.
And we're clearly not the sheriff.
Number 1 is dead. He can't do anything. It's now number 2's turn. He's gonna take one pot shot. He's gonna take one. He's gonna try to take one shot with his pistol. He hits you, Sven. You take 8 damage.
Where?
Oh, sorry. Right foot. Shoots straight through a board and right into your foot.
Okay. That means I would take 4 damage.
It is now back up to your turn, Sven. What do you want to do?
Alright. I am going to start by moving. So 1, 2.
Hide behind Lena.
Well, I'm trying to get my distance. Actually, it doesn't matter. Never mind. I can't get him within half range. Because he would be, from here he'd be 15, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I can't half the range to get the extra. So I guess I'll do VATS.
Well, if you did
To
that, it'd be
shoot.
a 30. So, if you were right
Oh,
here,
that's right. Shit.
you would be directly
Yeah, if I-
smack within half range.
Yeah, okay. So I move for 2 to get 25 feet of movement. I go to VATS. That gives me a plus 25 to hit. For well, plus 15 and then plus 10 for being half range.
So, minus
Correct.
the dark. So, you
yeah, so
have a
mine-
current. It's minus 15
Yeah,
at 25.
minus 15.
And
Yep,
then.
which means I need to hit.
And you're within double
a-
range, meaning you're also minus 15, so you're at 10, so minus 10 of your current hit.
Yeah, so I should be like minus 15 total, right?
Minus
Minus
10
40.
total.
Oh, minus 10 total.
Because it's knocking the 15 off from the 40, and because you're at half range, it's advantage another 15 off, meaning that you're now at a total of minus
okay.
10 to the maximum instead of minus 40 to the max. So
Gotcha,
minus
okay.
10 of your max is what?
Okay. Minus 10 for my max is 96.
You gotta roll into 96.
Okay, that hits. That's his head.
Okay.
That'll be 18.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot again.
Yep.
That'll hit.
Okay.
Left leg. Uh, 25.
Still standing, but his armor's broke.
All right. I'm gonna reload. And I'm gonna shoot.
Okay.
That hits. Left leg. That's 18. I have one more shot, and I will be out of AP. 49 hits. That is his head. That is a 20.
Okay. As he says, "Oh, you can barely even touch me. Even when I'm bleeding out, you can barely do..." And before he finishes his sentence, you blow his head into blood mist. Bang!
I
His
told you
body-
to drop your weapons.
His body slumps to the ground, bleeding out, trickling blood and gray matter everywhere. His pistol drops to the ground. As you see it knock on the ground, it hits a rock, and as it knocks onto it, you can see that the charging pack has begun charging. And it says, "Oh shit, Sergeant's dead. I'm getting the fuck out of here." Do you want to try to kill them all dead, or what are you going to do?
I am out of AP.
It is not your
So it is
turn,
now
Virgil.
Yeah, it's now Virgil's turn.
What do you want to do? They're trying to run away.
Is all of them trying to run away?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, let them run. I want to get down there and disarm that gun before it goes off.
Okay. They lickety split and run away in opposite directions. Combat is over. I'll reward your XP after this event. As to jump down, roll me acrobatics, because it is about like a 15-foot drop.
Acrobatics.
Virgil,
It's gonna
let
be a
Lena.
20.
Virgil, let Lena do it. She's very good with those kind of guns. That's considered an energy weapon, right?
You would need yes, but you would need science to disarm it.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. That's you. Okay.
Right. So, no, wrong one. 20. Okay. Rolled an
Great roll.
18. And my acrobatics is 2, so 20.
Okay, a dirty 20. You jump down flawlessly as you kind of like skid off a bit of the rust and iron as you're on the ground. This plasma defender pistol is now overcharging, and as you see, the bottom of the charging pack is like sparking with electricity as his finger is like dead gripped, wrapped around the trigger right now.
Right.
And it's like charging it up and it's not letting go. As you can see, like the percentage climbing up 80, 90, and it gets red at 100, 101, 2.
Okay, so you said this is going to be science?
Yes.
Okay, so I have to roll lower than an 85. 64.
You manage to So what you manage to do, right, is you grab onto the battery. As hot as it is, you manage to dislodge the battery. By doing so, what you do is you go underneath it, you grab a rock, jam it against the prongs, and you rip one of the prongs off of the charging pack, right? What immediately happens is it discharges all the plasma back into his hand, frying it off the gun. As you literally see liquid green energy explode out of the battery pack, poof, as it vaporizes his entire body.
Ew.
The charging pack mod has been destroyed on the plasma defender, but you now have a plasma defender. If you wish to take
Alright.
it.
I will take it. Can I attempt to repair it?
Sadly, the mod for it is unrepairable at the moment, as it has literally melted the bottom of the gun.
One moment. Sorry about that.
Okay, so you have a
So
plasma
this,
defender.
this is a special mod, not
Yes,
normal battery.
It was a special mod that allowed it to add a fusion battery onto the bottom of it to overclock it, essentially.
Okay.
The battery combined with the plasma has melted the bottom of the gun, making the mod unusable and unrepairable, as it is melted iron and plastic together into a semi-lukewarm hot mush of electronics.
Got it. Would it be difficult to remove it?
Yes. If you rolled high enough, you could remove it safely. At the same time, you could also discharge the rest of the plasma shots in it, and it would explode like a plasma grenade.
So it's best to just leave it alone. Got it.
But you can always try.
Well, I guess I'll... No, I'm good. I guess I'll search the bodies for the other guy's weapon and whatever else the good they might have.
Well, you did obtain a plasma defender that's usable.
Mm-hmm.
I put that in the campaign thing.
Be passing that off to Lena.
So, Lena, you now have a plasma defender. I think it has
Alright.
has less, it's not quite as long ranging as the laser pistol, but
now you have a weapon for
3d8.
stuff. Yeah, well, she's got a
3d8.
weapon for robots, and she's got a weapon for humans. Or for not
3d8
robots.
and it ignores damage threshold.
no, it does 8 more damage to the enemy CR. The mod ignored damage threshold.
Oh, okay.
So the mod essentially was like putting a fusion core on the bottom of it to like overclock the fucking gun to like supercharge it.
Damn.
Alright. While this is going on, he's doing that, we make our way around to down there.
Okay. So, Virgil, as you search Sergeant Greenback, want to roll me investigation?
Okay. That's a d20. 14 plus 9. 23.
So, what you find, you said 23, right?
Yep.
You find a couple things. You find a shovel that's on him, you find a note, you find 3 fusion cells, and you also find a canteen of water.
Ooh.
The note is inscribed that You will go Sergeant Greenback. You will head your way over to Edesene, retrieve the booze and its contents in case. You will then meet the supply depot team out at the desert coordinate location. From there you will pass on the goods, which will then be going back to base. After that, you are to liaison by firing your green flare in the air.
Save that note to show it to the sheriff.
Beyond that, the other guy, your investigation just kind of comes up narrow. You don't really find anything on him. Like he did have a gun, but it's damaged in the falling and him dying in the fight and stuff. He doesn't really have anything else on him besides like leather boots.
Meh. I mean, I could probably repair the gun.
Did you want to try to repair the gun?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just gotta roll lower than a 99. 40.
Okay. You have repaired his flare gun and his pistol.
So, let's dig where they were going to dig. Let's see what we can find.
Do you want to dig right behind you, Virgil?
Sure. Let's dig.
As you dig a little bit, you find that there is some loose dirt piled up. As you do so, immediately the wall crumbles a little bit, revealing a small passageway to go inside.
It occurs to me that this is the same building that the cannibal crawled under.
Yes.
I don't think I want to go down there.
I bet he's got all the booze.
Be a real shame if these guys had killed that cannibal before we killed them.
Real shame.
All right, let's try to sneak down there.
Okay. Guess we're rolling sneak.
41. I needed a 54.
54. I needed an 84. So I'm sneaking.
82. It is much higher than I needed.
1 minute, I'm getting your experience for the fight.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sneaking like a damn champ.
Waiting for my shit to load. Oh god, everything's slow now.
I have that problem with my brain.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Trying to find my XP table for the fucking enemies. Oh my god, Google, could you literally load any fucking slower? Sorry, it's taking a bit.
You're fine.
Okay, if I can't find the next bit, I'm just gonna move on. Fucking stupid list here. There it is. Fuck me. Okay, so... Exactly what I thought. You killed one. Your experience total is 68. If you had Swift Learner, it's then 98.
Eight.
Who all is sneaking into the passageway? Actually, I think I'm going to call it for tonight's session and save that for next session.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fine then.